Good afternoon, Postal Family. How's everybody doing? My name is Syed. Welcome back to my channel. What's going on this Free Talk Thursday? Another Thursday. How's everybody doing? Today's topic I'm discussing something I just read. DHL is, DHL, the company is about to go on strike if their demands aren't met. They're with Teamsters, of course, so we'll get into that. First, if you're new to the channel, my name is Syed. Postal content is what I do, love to do. Thanks everybody for the support. Keep giving me the thumbs up, smash that hype button. Thanks so much everybody for all the support, all the kind words in the comments, everything. Thank you so much. Everything I say on here is from my views, my research. I don't speak on behalf of USPS Post Office in any of my videos. So again, thank you. Keep those questions, comments, suggestions. All you guys do, keep them coming. I love them. I love reading them. Everything you guys, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to, put a comment in, whether it's good, bad. I still appreciate you guys. Anyway, what I'm discussing, DHL, who's with Teamsters Union, another example how strong Teamsters are and what a strike capability can get you your contract. They've put in, if their demands aren't met at DHL by the end of this month, they've put in for a strike. So, that's just to show you what Teamsters is and what NALC isn't. So, I mean, you gotta, if you want to get something achieved, you gotta have that strike clause, which unfortunately, Post Office and NALC can't do that. So that's why we keep getting lowballed all the time. So, hopefully DHL people, they get what they deserve. They said they've been fighting for a long time. Well, all the companies are fighting for higher wages, especially in recent days with the gas prices going up. We all know for what. So, we can use a lot more that hourly pay. But again, like I always say, we're blessed to be where we're at. I thank God for everything we have. Every increase we still get, cost of living. A lot of companies don't get that. So there's a lot of, how you look at it, pros and cons, you gotta sort of speaking. So, but anyways, we're just talking about DHL right now. Do you guys see DHL a lot? I mean, maybe in the larger cities. I don't see them where I'm at once in a blue moon, because I'm in the country. So, I don't see DHL much. But I didn't even know Teamsters were with them. So that's good for them. If Teamsters are with you, you're gonna get what you're asking for. But there's a flip side to that story too. Now, I'll use UPS as an example. Teamsters got them all those deals, but now they're basically ass out because of those higher retirement, whatever higher wages they accomplished in their last contract. They're not doing good. They keep on asking a lot of people to take the buyouts. What does that prove to you? They're not doing financially good at all. So there's two sides of getting a good contract. On the front hand side, you say you're gonna strike if you don't get this deal, but you don't look at the long run of the company, if they're financially stable to handle that contract. You're threatening them with a strike on the front end, but later, if you get that contract, you don't know if those employees gonna survive in the current times we're in. So this is really huge to ask for, to tell DHL that Teamsters, that they're gonna go on strike, considering the times we're in, the economy, everything. The packages in every company are going down, except for FedEx maybe, because they're taking a bulk of those Amazon packages that we're not gonna get back, apparently. Some news sources. Our contract still is going until October, but there's a lot of stories now saying that we're not getting Amazon back. And so what Amazon is going to end up doing, this is not my guess, actually. I've read the story also. They're going to give bulk of that to FedEx. So Some of you also shared that in the comments. I really appreciate it, giving me the heads up on that story. That's why, I love my supporters. I thank you guys for everything you all share. Give me the heads up even before the story breaks. So thanks so much for that. Keep it coming. So what we were saying, Amazon's bulk of their packages are going to go to FedEx. So I guess props to FedEx, man. I mean, I'm saying that because I did some time there, not some time, but close to 10 years. So that's a significant time. So like I always say, each of those years I kept on trying to get in with the post office. Some things are meant to be. I was meant to be getting in when I did. So, I'm happy with it. Thank God. But, those memories are still there. Package delivery days at FedEx, wearing that purple and navy blue uniforms they have over there. So props to them. They're going to get all those packages. But what we're talking about, DHL again, you're telling DHL to go on strike, but you're not looking at the long run. Okay, you go on strike, you force DHL to give those higher wages because, no company can afford a strike and not, packages not moving, whatever they do. DHL, I think, prioritizes on international shipments mostly. So, any company or, public agency cannot afford a strike. Those packages need to be moving, especially international packages. So, okay, say you get them to agree on the higher paying contract. But are you looking 6 months or a year down the line? Are they going to survive? Are you going to force that company to start laying off people, early buyouts, what UPS is doing? So, as Teamsters, I'm not saying they're doing wrong, but you definitely gotta look at the whole big picture. Those employees, okay, yeah, they're gonna be happy for the time being. Okay, we got a new contract, we got 50 cents raise, higher wages, yes, this and that, we're happy, just like UPS was. But down the line, there's a stability issue. Are you that company is gonna stay at the financial place where they're at right now, or they're gonna go downhill? With the economy, the packages volume everywhere is dropping, except maybe Amazon. I mean, I don't know. Amazon is just that great. People continue to buy with them even if they're struggling, simply because they sell everything. So DHL with these international shipments, there could be a question mark down the line if you say, for example, half a year to a year, this strike is going to get you those higher rates. Well, right now we don't know if DHL is going to agree with it. So, but what other option is there? If Teamsters is very strong, what they're saying they will do. If DHL, most likely DHL will go with these demands to avoid the strike of a higher pay. So, at the end of the day, I'm just saying, for the Teamsters point of view, you're getting these guys a higher, higher percentage, higher wage. But if you look down the line historically, is they gonna maintain that level of financial, or they're gonna go downhill and start laying off people? So I'm not sure Teamsters wants that either. So I'm sure they look at everything before calculating a strike. So just goes to show you, where we're at. And I always bring up in certain videos this topic that our right to strike, once it went away in the 70s, there is work stoppage. A lot of you have told me in the comments, the NALC president has the right for work stoppage. I guess, in other words, you can, kind of similar to strike, but it's not a strike. So once you use the strike word as a union, you mean business. You're trying to get those higher wages for your employees, which I don't think NALC can do. A lot of you also in the comments are saying it doesn't matter if it's Karif or Henry, we're still not going to get what we truly deserve. I agree with you. Simply the times we're living in, honestly, you can't be a USPS carrier and say, okay, we're going to get 5 to 10%. That is not happening. No way, which way possible. Unless they let half of management, they cut half of management, and then maybe, you save all those bonus high salaries, then maybe, but that's wishful thinking from the part of us carriers. So it doesn't matter how good you are. Again, speaking of Caref or Henry, negotiations are still negotiations. USPS can, again, that word, I always come back to this topic, leverage. What does Caref or Henry, I always say best man win first. What leverage do they have to bring to the table and tell USPS on their face that if we don't get this 5%, what are we going to do? Nothing. There's no leverage. So at the end of the day, whoever is president and in the negotiation table, they're going to give in. I guess, you can only negotiate so much. You're not going to, if USPS says we don't agree to nothing, okay, we went that arbitration route as well last year. What did that accomplish? A failed tentative agreement was presented to that dummy arbitrator and he agreed to it. Unless now you have a different arbitrator, then that's something to have hope on. But if it's arbitrator Nolan, he failed us already. That failed that all the NALC carriers rejected that tentative agreement and it came back to slap us. He signed off on it. Good old Mr. Renfraud presented it to him, shake the hands, both shake hands, we signed off on it. USPS is happy, we kissing their ass. Renfro is happy, he's getting his 6 figures from the NALC union dues. So it was a win-win for everybody, and the carriers got slapped left and right. Now with the new, president, hopefully always say may the best man win. I'm particularly with Henry. I got my reasons. A lot of you in the comments also say that. It's a mixed reaction I'm getting. Caref is also right there, neck and neck. I think I always say this as well. Once the ballots are gonna be counted, they're gonna be neck and neck all the way to the end. May the better man win. But we're discussing even further down the line. The best man wins. They're sitting at the negotiation table. What leverage they're gonna present? Teamsters always, whoever Teamsters presents, they have that strike capability, and they achieve whatever rates they're trying to get for their clients. NALC doesn't have that, not even close. They have a work stoppage clause, but that's not telling USPS much. They just go on the other side and hire new people to run the show. So I don't think that will be effective. But the new president comes with new, new expertise, new things to bring on the table, unlike Renfraud. So if the carriers gotta have hope, whoever the new president is, the negotiations are going to go better. Even if we get 2%, a lot of you in the comments are saying that's a win-win. For me, anything is it's a blessing, man. I mean, the times we're living in, a lot of people get angry. If, God forbid, we get 1% again. I look at the other way. Everything is I thank God for everything is a blessing. Any increase, a lot of you got angry about that $250. Well, it wasn't $250 for everybody. That cost of living increase, and I get all that. I know in higher, major hubs, bigger cities, cost of living is higher than the rest of the country compared to the South. But everywhere, cost of living is higher now. So first and foremost, you gotta be thankful what you get. Any increase is an increase that you didn't have before. So You got to be thankful. My mentality, at least, of what you're getting. Like I said, the 5% is a wishful thinking in USPS. That's not going to happen, no matter who the president is. But we'll wait and see. All we got is time right now. Patience, prayers, patience and prayers. That sounds pretty good right there for NALC. Patience and prayers. You have patience, God will do good things. Whatever is meant to be. But all of us can agree on this topic. Always we have to touch on. Management is eating up bulk of our funding, man. I'm telling you. This consolidation can get to every city quick enough, man. I mean, when they take 10 stations, all those managers got to shift somewhere else, or downgrade to be a carrier, whatever they do with these larger cities. And the one hub has one manager for the whole hub. So you got 12 stations, whatever they are in the district, 13, 14, whatever they are. They come to one hub. So you got one manager for that one hub. So you're taking away 11 other managers and consolidating. So you have, well, it doesn't equate to more money. Let me tell you, a lot of people are telling me again that's costing the company more because people have to go further out. The trucks, are still breaking down. So it's at the end of the day, the funds are still going somewhere. They're not, USPS is not pocketing that extra money, and it's not like it's available to be given out to the carriers. So positives and negatives and consolidation as well. So with everything comes with its challenges. The Joy didn't think of everything. He was from the private sector. So is Steiner, current Postmaster General. They have that, FedEx and large package volume hub mentality. That's why the consolidations are stopped right now. They're not, they're not effective. They're costing the company even more money, simply because people have to drive further to get their routes. They're more, time on the street. So in a sense, carriers are making a little bit more money. But when you look at the total wage increase, that's not going to happen, again, to what it is. But hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully a new president goes in there, 3%, whatever they desire. And weirdly enough, USPS says yes to it. So whatever the negotiation table is, then if it goes to arbitration, they're going to deny anything. Whoever is the president, they're going to deny it. They're going to say no. We all know that. Then it's going to go to arbitration most likely. And then depending on the arbitrator, he failed us already. So if it's the same one, then there goes all the hopes. So you got to look at the whole story. Anyway, this video was about DHL and Teamsters Union representing them, telling them if end of March their demands aren't met, strike is next. So highly unlikely that DHL is not gonna, they're gonna pay whatever they're asking or risk having a strike. So strike gets things resolved, whatever demands there are. Very sad always for NALC and the post office not having that capability, thanks to some president in the 70s signing that law into effect that mail carriers are very essential and they shouldn't have the capability to strike. So we thank that president always. He did good for us. All the future mail carriers he screwed. So, we like to thank him. So anyway, enough for this video. I just wanted to bring this topic out, DHL and Teamsters. And hope everybody's doing good. Always safety is first. Always check your surroundings. We're alone out there when we're carrying. It's us and our customers only. So please check all your surroundings. Stay safe out there, guys. Okay. Until next time, Mailman Syed out. Take care, guys. Peace out.